Hi everybody, this is Angie from Tourangie.com, and today I'm on Route 460 about to turn left onto John Nash Boulevard. I have featured John Nash Boulevard a couple of different times in a few videos from when I was maybe coming through the tunnel or getting off of Interstate 77 in the past, but I figured I would drive this one clear to the end where the industrial park is. A lot of people don't know anything about the industrial park. In fact, I've never driven all the way out to the industrial park before. But I figured, why not do this John Nash Boulevard video, since I just did the video talking about John Nash and the places in Bluefield of where he spent time as a child. So we're going to do the John Nash Boulevard past 77 and go on to the industrial park. There's a road over here on the right. It's called Panorama Road. It goes by the Bailey Cemetery, and it actually goes way on up the road off of 460. Harbor Freight is located, like one exit up or one road up on 460 if I hadn't taken the left where I was and continued on about another half mile or so. Harbor Freight is up there. Panorama Road goes from there all the way down to here. So, and the Bailey Cemetery is located up there. And the road to the left goes to Ada. And I have done an Ada video, but never been down that road to film a video. One day I'll do that. But I have done a video of the road from Ada to Linside, and that road right there where you take the left would eventually bring you out to the Ada road that I'm referring to. But on John Nash, it actually, there's Ada Lake that is over there. So maybe one day I'll do a combination video, Panorama Road down into the Ada area that way. But anyway, there's a few businesses along here. I think that's Wags and Whiskers, Pet Boarding. Of course, there's the Thompson Chapel United Methodist Church. There's also another church. I believe that church would be off of Panorama Road. So, yeah, it's the Crossroads Church, but it's real close to that Bailey Cemetery. Anywho, there's many businesses out here. I think there's a Hilton's Electric Connection. Of course, one of the main things that is out here is the East River Soccer Stadium, and it's over here on the left. There's also the Hartwell Cemetery. And then, of course, just up ahead is where you would get on the interstate to go north or south through the East River Mountain Tunnel, as the East River Mountain is on our right side. But we're going to continue straight. And some of the businesses that are out there, it's Bluefield Area Transit. So that's where the workshop or shop for the buses and stuff are. But there's some little roads out there that connect to farms and to houses. But some of the other businesses, it's Lamb Machines, Lambert Construction, Suburban Propane, Quality Metal Roofing, Big Fellows Concrete, Raw Fabrication. I know I'm probably missing a few, but this is my first time out here past a certain point. Over here on the right, I'm trying to remember back to the 1980s. My grandmother used to sell Avon, and she would deliver Avon to someone out here, and I'm trying to remember the name. I think it was Mrs. Sparks, and I think it was like right in here was where the house was. Not 100% sure, but anyway, this is as far as I've ever been down this road. So it's neat to see where this road takes me. I know it does dead end, and we won't go to the very end of it because it does turn into more of like a driveway, like a gravel type of driveway. But there is a cemetery out at the end of that driveway area too, and that's the Hill Cemetery. So we'll go right up to it, but then we're going to turn around and come back out. This road has had many names, or maybe just different people call it by different things. Of course, John Nash Boulevard, and it was renamed that like 20 years ago, like I mentioned. I've also heard it be called Cumberland Road or East Cumberland Road. Of course, with the newly built bridges, well, I wouldn't say newly, but the bridges, the road that will eventually take you to Welch, the King Cole Highway, I've heard it referred, this section also referred to as the King Cole Highway. But I'll still consider all this road John Nash Boulevard. Even with the industrial park way out here, this is beautiful little area to drive through. You know, a few houses. It's really more about nature in this part, I feel. Could definitely run across some deer at sometimes near the road. I could definitely see that happening. There's a few houses and then, of course, the industrial park. But it doesn't seem to be extremely busy for the industrial park to be out here. Since we're driving beside East River Mountain, I figured I would talk about one of the reasons why East River Mountain was given the name, and that was because of the East River that flows basically on this side of the mountain. Now, it's not right through here, but I figured I would talk about the East River some. The East River is a tributary of the New River, and it's 24 miles long, and basically the East River flows into the New River, then the New River flows into the Kanawha, and the Kanawha flows into the Ohio, and then the Ohio River flows into the Mississippi River. So that's basically how it goes. That's a long distance. Now, the water starts from the top, well, not quite at the top, but it starts on East River Mountain and flows down in, I guess, what you would say through Bluefield. And it's basically, honestly, at parts, just a little creek. But it goes through Ada, and I've actually mentioned that in my Ada video too. But it continues on Ingleside, Hardy, Oakville, Kellysville, Willowtown, and then ends up in Giles County at Glen Lynn. So that's basically where the East River goes. And that's where it actually goes into the New River at, is down there. Now you can see I have, well, basically driven to the end of this road. I'm not going down where it dead ends, but we've went through the industrial park area of Bluefield. So now you can say that you have seen this road. If you've never went any further than getting on the interstate at 77, now you can say that you've seen what this road looks like on past 77. I'm going to continue on with the video basically to where you would get on 77 at, so you can get a view of it from this side, and hopefully at different times during this drive you might be able to see a better view of East River Mountain. It's going to be on the left hand side, and you can see a little bit right there over way up to the left. You know, that's East River Mountain. This road basically goes right beside East River Mountain all the way to where it dead end. It's actually a beautiful area. In fact, it's one of the prettiest, to be so close, first off, so close to the interstate. So you could hop on the interstate and, go to wherever you need to go. But still close to Bluefield, but very, very country, with the farms and it's just a beautiful, beautiful area out here. So since we're still talking about the East River and the East River Mountain, my next video is going to be going through the tunnel and then up East River Mountain from the Bland County, Virginia side. But we're going to continue talking a little bit more about the East River. So where it starts on the East River Mountain, it drops only 1,040 feet. Now that's still a lot, but the mountain is so much taller than 1,040 feet. But it takes, basically the whole 24 miles to drop that 1,040 feet from coming off the mountain and then going down through Ada and Kellysville and so on. There is an idea of why it's called the East River, and it's basically due to the settlers of the area. The East River was used as a way of transportation, and the settlers would have recognized that the river was providing passage eastward to the New River. So that's why it was basically called the East River, and sure helped to be naming the East River Mountain the same thing, basically calling it East River. And think about it, with the East River, it's, back in the day, the settlers, the Native Americans that lived in the area, they used rivers like the East River to, explore, find new lands, to help them get from one place to the other. they followed the rivers. So the East River was very important to the settling of this area. Well, that's about it for this video. I'm almost back to Interstate 77, and I hope you've enjoyed the drive down John Nash Boulevard and the continuation past Interstate 77. So that's about it. This is Angie from Tourangie.com. Come to my website, read my blogs, make appointments so I can help you plan your next travel adventure. I'll leave you here looking to the left at East River Mountain. Talk to you all later.